Ralph, what up, homie? You know what? Just because like you do look better in blue. Not that we need you here, Ralph. We love when you are here, but just honorary. Honorary. All right, my beautifuls. Welcome to my channel, Chaos Before Cosmos. If you guys are new around here, what up? My name's Carrie. If you guys have been here before, we are back, Julie. Me Julie. Me Julie. How are you guys? Hope you guys are doing good. Oi, 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 oi. All right, let me just close some shit down that I don't even need to. No, I don't want to change that. I'm not changing shit right now. All right. God, I got so many screens open right now. So many. Just using up the last of my homemade little sage sticks. I wonder if I have to wait now till next year until Paul's sage is like ready for me. Blue, Amber, Mia, how you doing? What is going? How are you, Ralph? What's been going on, dude? I mean, don't get me wrong. It is nice to see you around here, but it's good to know that you're out there just doing what you got to get done. All right, Aries, Leo, Sag. April. I had to think about that. I was like, what are we reading here? I was like about to start doing like some sort of new moon reading. Now, I think 11:55 a.m. this morning is well, for me this morning is when it hits the new moon. So get manifesting, people. Get manifesting. All right, where we at? Let's open up the notebook. Let's get into the daily jazz fire signs. Year of the fire horse for the fire signs. Rearranging, right? Look at me. I'm just like rearranging some shit. I don't even need to rearrange anything. Everything's fucking good on this table. Everything's good on this table. Yeah, April. I know, right? I know. We've only got what, like a week and a bit left of March, and that's it. It's April. All right, I've got my pen ready. I've got my little list ready for my timestamps. Banana, how are you, girl? Hope you're doing good. All right, fire signs, let's get into the daily jazz for today. My today, of course, your tomorrow for you guys over the other side of the world. It is, I was about to say Friday. It's not Friday yet, right? Getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. Okay, so I know fire signs could be getting a little bit ahead of yourselves, all right? Take a moment just to chill, right? It is Thursday, the 19th of March, 2026. That breaks down to 131, the number 5. The path forward becomes illuminated, all right? So something could be, like, again, there could be something that gets shown to you over the next few days about like what direction to go or what changes you need to make. Thursday is Jupiter energy, connected to ruled by, right? Connected to Sagittarius. Sun's in Pisces, moon's in Pisces, transitioning through into Aries. Number 5 tied to planet Mercury, Gemini Virgo energy, also tied to Leos, right? 5 represents change, freedom, adaptability, adventure. Okay, so, this could be about needing to be adaptable here. Again, there could be some sort of changes that become illuminated on your path moving forward, or there could be, like I said, something that's illuminated on your path that needs changing here. 5th house tied to your creativity, self-expression, romance, children, pleasure, joy, and a willingness, right, to take risks in life, okay, healthy risks. Also tied to numbers 14 and 23, so those numbers could be significant. I had a little bit of a starting note for each of the signs. I'll reiterate them as we get through each sign. 1022, 122 showing up again, the number 5. Aries, your message was go within, change, grow, and expand. Okay, so that could be what you've got to focus on for Aries season or for April. Leo, secrets being talked about, right? So there could be some sort of communication or things that maybe have been hidden that will potentially be coming to light. There could be some sort of conversations, or I want to say as well, like things maybe left unsaid that could come up during this time or be illuminated during this time, which could give you an indication as to maybe some moves that you need to make or a direction that you need to go. Sagittarius, playing it safe when it comes to love and relationships, right? So, this could be, again, something that's highlighted to you, that you're playing it safe here. Now, again, with that fifth house, a willingness to take risks here in life. Also, again, like this is tied to with your fifth house romance, all right? So, this might be something that you're seeing or something that you begin to see moving forward into April, Saggy. All right, let's put the notebook away. Actually, we're going to keep it out. You're going to keep it out. We're going to keep it out. We're going to keep it out. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, Aries, right? So, I don't know, Aries, you could be doing like little bits and pieces, right? A little bit of this, a little bit of that, trying to, I want to say like make something up, right? Or like to make something whole, make something, like taking a little bit from here, a little bit from there, a little bit from there, right? To make up something as a whole. Could be significant for somebody. All right, Spirit, what are we using today? I don't really want to go that direction, so I don't want to go that direction. There could be some sort of direction here, Aries, that you're not wanting to go, not willing to go in. Maybe it looks like it's risky, Aries, right? Don't want to go that direction because it could be a risk here. All right, let's give these a good shuffle. Yes, we will use those today. Also, just wanted to put this out there, right? 10-10, by the way. Second time I've seen 10-10 today. If anybody has like or is an artist, right, that would like to collaborate on an oracle deck, or if you know anybody that, I don't know why I'm getting like pop art type theme, right? I don't know why I'm getting pop art vibes, right? I don't know, maybe this deck's meant to have some sort of pop art graphics, right? But I've got a third deck, right? I mean, I've still got to do the third revision on my first oracle deck. Plus, I've got to do a print run on the second oracle deck, but I've got a third oracle deck that I've got in the works at the moment as well. But that one there in particular, I am looking to collaborate with somebody who has artistic skills, all right? So if you guys know anybody, or if you guys have the gift, right, the skills, then definitely send me an email. So I'd love to work with somebody on this. It's the graphics that I want, or the pictures that I want, are probably a little bit out of my my range of expertise or skill range, right? Plus it'll take me so fucking long to get it done, and I will probably get OCD over that shit that I'll probably never finish it, right? So anyway, if you know anybody, let me know, people. All right. Alrighty, Aries. So I don't know, Aries. You could be looking for somebody, for something, or somebody to collaborate with, somebody to work with. Okay. What we got going on here? Yay. Okay. Aries, we've got 888 coming out in the reverse for you guys. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 coming out in the reverse. We've got air sign in the negative aspects or in the reverse. We've also got blocked solar plexus, right? So now this could pose a bit of a problem here. This could pose not even a bit of a problem, a big problem. Okay. There could be something here to do with your ability to take some sort of action here. Okay, this could have something to do with your confidence levels, your self-esteem, right? There could also be a lack of ideas for some of you guys, like not really sure, like got no idea, right? Got no idea, right? No idea what the fuck to move forward on, okay? So, again, this is having an impact here on your abundance, your fertility, okay? Good start, Aries. Good start. Good start. Oi, oi, oi. Sagittarius coming out in the reverse. Mars coming out in the reverse. Aries, man, what? What's going on here, Aries, right? Look, who am I reading for lately? Who am I reading for? Right? So there seems to be some sort of lack of growth here, or I want to say opportunities and growth seem to be out of reach, okay? And it looks like for April, they're going to continue to be out of reach, right? With Mars in the negative aspect as well, this could be, you know, not taking a moment to actually self-reflect or to look back on, you know, what has or hasn't worked in the past, right? But we got somebody here who's like not reflecting, not making plans, got no ideas, not making moves, nothing's growing, nothing's shifting, nothing's changing, okay? Not a great start to Aries season. Man, you got a lot coming out in the reverse here. So you can be feeling a little bit detached from spirit, whoever this message is for, man. I don't know what Aries energies these are for. I want to say definitely an Aries energy that's struggling here. Okay, so I don't know. It's like you're not listening to your higher self here when it comes to taking some sort of action, right? Spirit are guiding you here towards being practical, being methodical, being analytical, maybe even setting some goals. Capricorn in the reverse. Aries, 555s in the reverse. I'm going to say it like this. Whichever Aries energy I'm reading for, man, it sounds like all the Aries masculines that I've dated in the past. No offense, Aries masculines, but there's refusal to change. Okay, there's a refusal to change what you're doing. Okay, there's a refusal even to look at what needs changing, right? Capricorn in the upright talks about through discipline and ambition comes success. Stay focused on your goals. But Aries, if you don't have any goals, if you've got no ideas, there's nothing really to work towards, right? There's no goal set. There's nothing to actually, but again, it's this lack of change, right? 222 in the reverse. Leo energy in the reverse. 11th house in the reverse. You're not on the right path. Whoever I'm talking to, whoever this message is for, you are very much on the wrong path, right? On the wrong path. Something about here, 11th house, future goals, right? Like Aries, you know, in order to, again, like have success, right? You need to be thinking about the long term, okay? It's one thing to live in the present, Aries, right? And it's a whole different thing to set yourself up for success here, okay? With that Leo energy in the reverse as well, you know, Leo energy talks about authenticity and confidence is key. So, allow your light and leadership abilities to guide others. I'm going to say it like this. How can you lead anybody else with this energy, right? You're going to be unable to lead anybody else when you're unable to lead yourself. When you're unable to make any future goals, right? Or unable to discipline yourself or make the changes or even take a moment, right? to stop, sit, and reflect, then you're not going to be able to lead anybody or anything. Six house in the reverse, fire energy in the reverse, right? You're lacking passion here. You're lacking drive. Your health could be suffering. Again, like there's this overall just lack of discipline, lack of routine, lack of structure, lack of ideas, okay? Let's get those ones. Let's get these ones. Why? Let's ask this question, Aries. What's got you in this energy? Now, this isn't all Aries energies, right? But this is for the Aries that seem to be struggling right now. This is what Spirit needs you to listen up, pay attention to, okay? What's got you so wrapped up, right, that you're unable to put this energy into focusing on what you need? Well, spy, gold digger, sneaky. Aries, if you are spending time, right, sneaking around in somebody else's energy, right, looking at what somebody else has got to see what you can take, let me tell you what Spirit's going to give you. A big lot of fuck all, right? Actual fuck all. I want to say it like this. Mind your business, Aries, right? Stay in your own fucking lane right now, okay? You could be looking as well to see something about another person's new boo, to see if somebody's got somebody new, right? I want to say it like this, right? Mind your fucking business, Aries, right? Stay in your own lane. Yeah, it could be something to do with a water sign out here, right? So, I don't know, this could be a water sign that you're watching, or somebody's new boo could be a water sign. You're in denial, okay? Aries, whoever the fuck I'm talking to, right? You're in denial, right? And the longer you sit in denial, again, I'll say it again, like, it ain't no fucking river in Egypt, baby, right? The longer you're going to stay stuck and stagnant, okay? Cool. Aries, you're thinking about something that maybe you shouldn't be, right? A reconciliation, a second chance, rebuilding, coming back. You could be in denial about somebody coming back, right? You've spent all your time focusing on what? Is it you think that you're going to get some sort of success here off of somebody else? Spirit are like, you should probably come up with a new idea, right? Probably come up with a new idea. Yeah, somebody could have disappeared. Somebody could be cold and distant. You could feel like somebody's being cold and distant, right? Leaving behind, right? Somebody could have left you behind. But this spending all this time, right, spying and sneaking, right, in somebody else's energy, it is your fucking problem here, right? Yeah, you're dwelling about something. You're dwelling on something. What, Spirit, man, what? Either, Aries, you need to let go of something, right? Or somebody's let go of you, okay? And you could be slightly obsessed over this situation, okay? Just seeing the yes card, right? So you could be slightly obsessed about the situation. This could... Dude, I can't make that shit up, right? Aries, masculine, right? You're obsessed over a divine feminine, okay? And Spirit, I'm going to say it like this, right? That divine feminine energy that you keep sneaking around spying on, get the fuck up out of her energy, dude. Get the fuck up out of her energy. You need to go practice some sort of self-love here, okay? Go focus on yourself. Gain some sort of self-awareness here, Aries, right? Again, I'm talking to a masculine energy out here, okay? You're all in your fucking emotions and feels over this divine feminine energy, right? That you're obsessed with, okay? Ay. Aries, man. I know, Aries, you could think that this person is your twin flame, right? You could feel like this person's your other half, that they're a reflection of your soul, right? But the problem is that you're putting on a fucking facade, right? You are not divine feminines anything, right? What you are is fucking obsessed and in your emotions, right? Unsatisfied. You've got some sort of uncontrollable desires here, okay? Ooh. Say it, spirit. Like, yeah, and you're triggered, right? You're triggered. You're triggered. This is triggering you. Well, let it try triggering you into a different avenue, whoever you are. You feel like you can't wait any longer. Time's running out, right? Sitting here on the edge. Well, let me tell you what you're sitting on the edge of, Aries masculine, whoever you are. You're sitting on the edge of destruction here, okay? You could be doing love spells, right? Getting all fired up because somebody's not calling you, right? Somebody's not wanting to reach out. Somebody doesn't want to speak to you. Somebody could have you on block, right? Somebody could have you on block. Well, potentially, Aries, right? I'm going to tell you like this. It's because you're a clown, right? It's because you're a clown. It's because you're a fucking clown, okay? Whew. You could also be jealous, right? Jealous of this divine feminine, okay? Envious, right? You could also need a lot of attention, right? Kind of like a puppy dog. Spirit are telling you, like, you need to be careful, right? You need to watch yourself. You need to watch yourself, right? Because like I said, you are on the edge of disaster. That's what you're on the edge of, right? Well, now we know why this energy is not moving forward, right? It's because you're hoping to make it off of somebody else's energy, right? You're not in divine alignment. Spirit don't see you as being divine, right? You're just trying to align yourself with some sort of opportunity, okay? Because you don't want to put in the hard work. Yo. Okay. Give me, man, Spirit's like, man, we don't even need to, we don't even want to spend, Spirit doesn't even want to spend, yeah, that much time on you, right? Wheel of Fortune's in reverse, King of Pentacles is in reverse. You're stuck in some sort of karmic cycle here, right? And your karma is going to be a lack of success, right? Again, I don't know what you've been doing, right? What you've been trying to do to a divine feminine, right? But that's what your karma is going to be, okay? Yeah, you got no spiritual protection out here. Whoever you are, you're not protected by spirit, okay? You're not spirit approved. I know that sounds harsh, right? But that's some foul energy, right? That's some foul energy. I don't think I've ever seen so many reversals. Yeah, you're impulsive as well, okay? You're reckless, right? And you're codependent, right? You're codependent. You have codependency issues. You don't know how to love yourself. You don't know how to create. You don't know how to build, right? So before you go thinking fucking Aries season's about to be some sort of, you know, and what's this? What are you getting so restless for, right? You're getting restless over something here, unable to rest, right? Unable to get any peace, right? Because, you know, Because you're living a lie. Whoever you are, you're living a lie. You are surrounded by burdens, right? The burdens that you create, okay? This injustice, right? Spirit don't support this shit. Spirit don't support you, okay? Whatever you think, right? Whatever you're secretly wishing for, right? Whatever you're secretly wishing for, Spirit's like, bad idea, right? You ain't going to get that wish, right? You are not going to get that wish, right? Because you're doing shit in the dark as well, right? You're doing shit behind the scenes too. This could be to a star, right? This could be towards a healer, right? But Spirit are like, you're making bad fucking decisions out here, whoever you are. Real bad decisions, okay? Bad choices, bad decisions, right? You're lacking, you know, the energy. Page of Wands in reverse. The Lovers is in reverse. Three of Pentacles. No one wants to work with you, Aries, right? Spirit's like, leave it at that, right? Spirit don't want to work with you. Nobody wants to work with you, right? You need to stop doing whatever the fuck you're doing, okay? Because all you keep doing is racking up more karma. All you're doing is keeping yourself stuck, right? Whoo, shit. All right, we're going to ring that bell before we move on, right? Because that's some... Ain't that a bitch, right? Well, that's what you get for playing with the divine feminine energy, right? Don't know. Aries masculines, man, you got some issues, baby. You got some issues, that's for sure. Let's get that bell going. Now, I'd say this person's spirit team are like ashamed, right? Ashamed. That's the kind of shit, right? Like having that kind of energy is what will bring like further shit onto your bloodline, you know? Whew. We might need a spray and all sorts around here. Far out. Might need to light that sage on up again. Get the palo going. Get the singing bowl cranking, right? Get it all going. Spirit's like, get it all going. Leo. Let's move on, shall we? All right, Leo. Let's give this this deck a really good shuffle. Oh, all right. Left one behind in the pile, right? So I don't know, Leo. You could be leaving somebody behind, leaving something behind. Could have left somebody behind. What did I go? 29. All right, Leo. We don't need that just yet, and we probably will change decks anyway, because that feels dirty now. All right, that deck feels dirty. Feels fucking dirty. All right, Leo, let's have a look. What's going on for you guys for Aries season? So yeah, there is definitely something though that's being talked about, or again, some sort of conversation, right? Coming up, coming out. Okay, there could be, again, things that are being hidden, that are being spoken about throughout Aries season for you guys, Leo. All right, let's have a little look, see. What have I got going on here for my Leos? Spirituality, all right, coming out first. Funny, because it's like getting sevens, right? 7, 7, 7s, right? Lots of sevens. Got Earth coming out in the upright. So this talks about, you know, you being practical here. Okay, this also talks about structure, stability, okay, practical, stable. 9 coming out in the upright, Leo. So, you know, again, like there could be some like reflection that you're doing here. There could be some sort of completion or something could be completing throughout Aries season here. Okay. I feel like as well, there could be a situation here that is coming to completion, which is going to feel like satisfying as well. Wisdom gained through experience. So you've gained some sort of experience here, right? And you're wiser for it. You're wiser for it. Third eye to see, intuition, insight, wisdom. So again, you could find Aries season to be quite a quite like a deep connection to spirit, right? So I don't know, you could also be like spending a lot more time focused on your spirituality, focused on connecting to spirit, focused on meditation, things like that. Okay. Intuition and insight. Intuition, insight, and wisdom, right? Again, I feel like spirit's giving you a lot of wisdom here, a lot of information. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, forward movement, progress and growth, right? So whatever goals you've set out, whatever these I want to say earthly goals, right? This could also be your spiritual goals. Whatever goals you've kind of set for yourself, Leo, up until this point, you know, continue making steps towards those until completion, until fulfillment, right? But you could have a lot of like practical goals that you're working towards here. Got Leo, you're coming out here in your energy, all right? So there could be a lot of creativity, or again, you could be taking a lot of action towards you know, your creative endeavors here. There could also be, you know, I was say a need for, right? So for some of you guys, you know, it could be all work and no play, right? So there could be a need for you know, taking some time out to actually, you know, experience some joy, have some fun, right? Bit of pleasure, right? You can be feeling very, very confident as well moving forward into Aries season. We've also got as well, like you're feeling very enthusiastic, okay? Very, very enthusiastic. You could also be very observant during this time as well, right? There could be as well, like some sort of, again, I'm getting as well, this communication, right? That Leo energy, Gemini energy, seeing 444 on my screen. Leo, again, man, angels are with you, protecting you, right? There is definitely 4, 8, 12, right? Communication, some sort of communication, which is being brought to light. Just be mindful of overthinking, okay? So there could be a situation here as well coming into Aries season, Leo, that kind of maybe puts you in your head a little bit. So try to stay out of your head. It's going to create some sort of indecision here for you, okay? Remember to stay adaptable here as well with that 5 energy, all right? And stay optimistic. Root chakra activated, right? So again, your stability, okay? So for some of you guys, you could maybe even be overthinking your stability here, or overthinking ways of moving towards this stability. But for a lot of you guys, if you've already been setting these goals, you've been stable, reliable, practical throughout this period, then for some of you guys, you are going to be grounding out some sort of stability here, okay? 888, baby. You've got abundance coming in, right? As long as you stay focused on your goals, right? What this is that you're working on, what you're trying to build here. 1010, right? So yeah, I want to say as well, like that completion energy with that 9 coming out, 1010. So again, there could be, I want to say for some of you guys, there's something significant here. Now it could be again that something that's being brought up, okay, is what creates some sort of closure of a situation, right? Now, this could be about the past, something to do with the past, 666 in the upright. Leo, you've got balance and harmony coming in throughout Aries season as well, right? 1, 2, 3 in the upright. Again, continue to take steps towards those goals, right? There could be something here. I'm going to say, all right, we got Pluto coming up in the reverse. There could be a situation here where you may struggle with some sort of acceptance, right? There could be something here that you're going to struggle to accept. Now, this could be something to do with this communication, all right? Spirit are saying you're going to need to be, you're going to need to discipline yourself through whatever this is, right? Whatever's going to be happening here that you're going to, I'm going to say it like this, whatever you're going to find hard to accept here in Aries season, Leo, is so that you can have some sort of growth here, all right? So Spirit are going to need you to like discipline yourself when something comes or something happens here in Aries season that you're not gonna, I'm gonna say it like this, you're not gonna like something, right? Or you're gonna find something hard to accept, okay? You're not gonna be able to ignore it either, Leo, is what I'm also getting, right? You're not gonna be able to ignore whatever that is, or the fact that you're struggling to accept something, okay? But I feel like you are gonna work through it, right? You are gonna work through whatever this is. Give me one more from this deck, and then we will. Yeah, stay optimistic, Leo, right? Stay optimistic here. Again, whatever's going to happen here that you might struggle to accept, it's for your growth, right? It's for your transformation, right? It's so that you can, I want to say like master something here, all right? So yeah, this could be, I'm going to say like this, with the devil coming out, Leo, this could be like a toxic pattern trait mindset, right? That again, something's going to come up here where you're going to need to have acceptance for something in order for something to grow, all right? But stay optimistic about whatever this is, because again, like this is Spirit trying to connect with you and guide you through something here so you can transform whatever that is, all right? Spirit's like, don't even touch it, right? Don't even touch it. Whew. Leo, anything from the past, don't touch it, right? Don't touch it. Do not touch things from the past, okay? Again, continue to make movement, progress, moving forward, okay? So I don't know, there could be, again, like something that comes back from the past, right? And again, something being talked about. This could be somebody's hidden feelings, right? This could be secrets. Who knows? Continue to purge whatever that energy is. Yeah, Spirit's like, don't be a fool, right? Leo, do not go back to the past. You don't need to relive something, okay? You don't need to relive something. What else do we need to see here for Leos for Aries season? Like you may feel like you need to speak your truth with something here, or again, don't be reckless, don't be foolish, okay? Think about what it is that you're saying. Think about what it is that you're not meant to be doing, right? But what it is that you've set out to do, right? Because again, I feel like there's an energy that somebody feels like they're not quite done, okay? That the cycle's complete, like there's some sort of unfinished business here. This could have something to do with a legal situation. Doesn't necessarily have to. We've just got the King of Swords coming out, okay? This could also be, again, like something that comes to light, something that's spoken, something that's said in a way where, I want to say like, you're not receptive to it, Leo, right? You just, this could be just a little bit too direct for you, or something could be too direct for you, okay? What's this about, Spirit? What's this about? Oh, golly gosh. There's something here that's coming up that you don't see coming here. Spirit are saying you're going to need to have some sort of strength here. Now, again, like it could be whatever this situation is. It's like you didn't see this coming, right? Or like you didn't think this would come up, okay? Ten of Cups in the reverse, the Six of Swords in the reverse. So it could have something to do with, you know, a family situation, an emotional loss, right? Something like that. But again, like it's something from the past, right? Okay, so yeah, don't let yourself get out of balance here. Okay, stay connected to spirit and listen to your intuition here. Whatever this is, it's like, again, like you could be waiting for this to come to a close, right? Or when it does, again, you may struggle to accept something, but again, you'll learn to adapt. You'll grow from this, okay? So again, stay connected to spirit, right? Spirit have got you through whatever this is, okay? This could have to do with an Emperor in reverse. So this could be somebody that you were married to. This could be a boss. This could be somebody that you've had children with, something of that nature, okay? What else do we need to see about this situation? Yeah, Spirit, like, continue to focus on your success, what this is that you're building, right? What you're manifesting, what you're working towards. Be practical here too, right? Be practical about how you handle the situation, right? I know for somebody I want to say, like, there's a lot on the line here, right? There's a lot on the line. And what I mean by that, Leo, is, you know, you could have, you know, you could be creating a lot, building a lot, working towards a lot. There's like a lot on the line here, okay? Knight of Pentacles is going to lead you into that Knight of Cups. So again, stay focused on being practical, being grounded, okay? And again, these manifestations, right? What you're working towards. Four of Cups coming out sideways. Again, you're going to be a bit like, you're going to be a bit umming and ahhing about how you should handle this. I'm going to say it like this. It is going to stress you out, Leo, or it is going to upset you. It is going to put you in your head, right? Again, Spirit said, don't overthink the situation, right? You are going to heal from whatever this is, right? You're going to grow, okay? And there is going to be something more positive on the other side of this, all right? So again, try not to cause yourself any delays here by not adapting to the situation, okay? Again, focus on what you're nurturing, what you're growing here, what you're pouring into, not whatever this communication is. Yeah, so it could be about like a divorce, right? Separation of a family, marriage, home, right? Yeah, Spirit, like, don't get all pessimistic about this and then start making like rash decisions, all right, Leo? So just be careful about that, right? Because again, like, I feel like for some of you guys, there could be a fine line between, you know, abundance and karma, okay? You are going to recover from whatever that situation is, whatever that communication, whatever's being brought up, right? Or whatever's being illuminated. Knight of Cups. Give me more. So for some of you guys as well, there could be King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Knight of Cups, right? Coming towards you, right? With his skates on too, right? In a good 1980s disco, coming towards you, okay, to collaborate, to have some sort of growth, expansion, right? Somebody could be making plans here as well. This brings about new opportunities as well, okay, right? So it could bring about new opportunities. So Spirit's like, you know, like don't focus on like whatever that other shit is that's going on, right? Because again, you've got so much other good stuff to focus on or to put your energy into, right? That you're going to waste time like being upset about this other situation, okay? Because again, you've got other shit to celebrate out here, Leo, right? You got better shit to celebrate. So, you know, don't sabotage, right, your own success, your own happiness, your own growth by getting stuck in your head about whatever this communication is or whatever this other situation is that's going to be playing out here in Aries season, all right? All right, my Leos, that's what I got for you, beautifuls. Let's give all the decks a good shuffle up, and we will move on to Saggy. You're welcome. You are welcome. All right, let's again, got to give good shuffle, good shuffle, good shuffle. And let's grab this deck over here. All right, Saggy. All right, for Saggy. Let's give another little clear of the energy. Ring that bell. Seeing 514 again, 55 energy coming up here. Oh, that's the good one. That's the good smelling one. Again, don't know what the fuck I put in it, right? But it'll teach me to write shit down next time. Next time I'm creating one of my oil sprays, right? All right, we don't need that for Saggy. No, we don't. No, we do not. No, we'll stick to those two. There was only one star sign that I had to pull that deck out for. But all right, Saggy, let's get into your read for Aries season. Let's have a look what's going on for Saggy. Okay. We've got Taurus coming out in the negative aspects for you, Saggy. This talks about greed, laziness, impulsive, obsessive, jealous, possessive. Okay. Libra in the negative aspects here as well. Lack of conviction, indecision, low self-esteem, extremes in mood. Again, I was getting this energy of, again, like not wanting to like make a move or not wanting to stabilize something when it comes to relationships, Sag. Okay. Overthinking. Yeah. Like you could be overthinking a situation or overthinking like your whole love situation or a love situation. Not for all of you guys, right? But, you could be feeling extremely moody coming up in Aries season, okay, which could put you in a bit of a stagnant energy, right? Because of some sort of indecision. No, it's definitely about love. Whoever I'm talking to, Saggy, right? Heart chakra is blocked, right? Heart in the reverse. Not feeling like we want to love, okay? 111 in the reverse. I don't know, you could be feeling like you don't have the ability here to manifest what it is that you desire, okay? And this could be the part that you're overthinking, right? Yes, Spirit's like, yeah, you're definitely overthinking situations when it comes to matters of the heart, okay? Very, very guarded and protected. I do believe that came out in the all 12 signs, right? Water coming out in the reverse. So there's something here to do with your emotions here when it comes to relationships that with Neptune coming out, like there's something here, there's some sort of emotional healing that you still maybe need to go through, okay? So I don't know, you could be gaining some sort of awareness about this throughout Aries season, right? Ooh. Spirit's like, yeah, you're not... oh. Earth in the reverse. Spirit's like, well, you're not being practical about the way that you go about it, okay? Spirituality in the reverse. Number 9 in the reverse. Maybe you don't feel like you've gained the wisdom that you need in order to make a decision, to trust your intuition, to trust your discernment. But there's definitely some healing here that you need to do when it comes to matters of the heart, okay? 6 in the reverse here. So, yeah, potentially feeling like, you know, this could also be like not wanting the responsibility of being in a relationship as well. But it's just like you need to work on this, right? I would say in that area, for whoever I'm picking up on, right, there's been a bit of a lack of growth when it comes to healing your heart, and again, trusting your intuition, trusting spirit, trusting the signs. You could be questioning the signs, right? Like really, really overthinking signs that spirit are giving you, okay? But yeah, if you're not staying optimistic and enthusiastic about matters of the heart, then you're not going to be able to attract that in. You're going to attract in, well, you're probably going to attract in exactly what you don't want, right? Aquarius in the reverse too. I'm going to say, like, you could still be very attached to a past situation, okay? Personal development in the reverse. So, yeah, there's a situation that you could still be attached to that you haven't, I'm going to say that you haven't quite worked through yet. You haven't, like, been able to develop yourself on that degree, right? Or on that level. Yeah, this is about your personal relationships here. You know, your abundance could be great at the moment. Things like that. You could have a lot of ideas when it comes to that. But when it comes to matters of the heart, protection here, yeah, you could be very, very protected, very guarded, right? Feeling like you need to protect yourself from relationships. With the moon in reverse, again, like it's a lack of emotional healing here, all right? So that could be surfacing throughout Aries season, okay? As something that, again, like you need to, yeah, again, it's a bit of a limitation here, a bond, a bind, right? That you've got yourself, I was saying, stuck in a little bit, right? It's okay. You can work through this, right? As long as you're like, I don't know if I can, I don't know if I want to, right? 555. So this could be going on, or could have been going on. Now, how is that like this? Sag, you could have been somebody though that's been in and out of relationships, or you know, you may have had relationships, okay? But I'm also just getting this, like this is something that maybe spirit have tried to like guide you towards, or you know, give you some sort of nudge in a direction to like look at what this is, right? I don't know why I'm getting like somebody's, you know, pessimistic when it comes to love. Okay, so this could stem from, you know, childhood trauma, right? Where it's like you could maybe like not open up completely when you're in connections. Okay. Yeah, spirit, like it's time to like reflect here. Okay. Dig deep into that inner wisdom here about these personal relationships. All right. Analysis for understanding, insight, and spiritual growth, right? So they want you to focus on that and your emotional well-being, okay? Because at the moment, 11-11 in the reverse, it's like you're not in divine alignment for the arrival of love and stability in that sense. And now it could be that you've been, yeah, definitely. When it comes to partnerships, you're not in alignment with yeah, Libra's in the reverse too. Like you're not South Node, and you're saying you want to stay comfortable too. It's like you're not allowing yourself to work through a particular pattern or a particular habit when it comes to relationships in order to actually have the kind of relationship that you truly want, right? Sacral chakra in the reverse, okay? This is about like blocked emotions, okay? Blocking out pleasure, right? Again, we got Cancer now showing up in the reverse. So this is something that is I feel like Aries is something's going to really be highlighted to you. So I don't know, whoever I'm talking to, you could be out dating or trying to date, and like you could just start to notice certain things about yourself, right? It's going to be, I'll say it like this, it's going to be hard to miss. All right, it's going to be hard to miss in Aries season. Okay. All right, let's get some tarot for you. Because if some of you guys, like, it's just a skill that you haven't quite learnt yet, or again, something that you haven't quite worked through. Okay, with a little bit of dedication, discipline, right, and a plan on how. Right, as I said that, right, air sign, a plan on how to actually navigate through this issue, right, so that you're not constantly having relationships end up the same as the last one, right? So I don't know what I'm getting as well. Like, Saji, you could struggle with like opening up and communication, or like communicating parts of yourself that make you feel uncomfortable, right? Yeah, this is about, we got the Empress coming out with the moon, right? This is about really, really sitting in that nurturing energy, right? Again, like nurturing oneself, allowing yourself to, release those fears, release what it is that's been holding you back, release those emotions that, again, could be causing like stagnation in relationships, or could be causing you to constantly have the same types of relationships where you don't quite reach that level of depth. That it's like, I don't know, it's like, so you could be wanting emotional depth from others, but like really, really struggling to kind of give it from your own end, right? Oh, yeah, two of Wands sideways, right? Now, I mean, in the upright, right? This one's just got a head up in the sky, like just got a head in the freaking clouds, right? Not really looking at, what direction you need to go in or how to go about something as well. Okay, but Spirit are like here to guide you, right? You may need to gain some knowledge, some wisdom here. Okay, this could be about as well, like needing to educate yourself on particular behavioral patterns, right? And finding tools, right, to work through whatever the insecurities, limitations, right? Whatever the block is, right? Whatever's blocking that heart chakra. Okay. Yeah, this is about, again, like relieving or releasing any tension here, right? And like freeing yourself, liberating yourself from whatever this thing is that's kind of keeping you like not stuck or bound, right? But it's just like it's keeping you at a particular level, right? Like where you can't grow past something, or you can't like emotionally get past something. I'm just getting like this energy of like, you feel the one area where you're feeling, or you could be feeling more kind of in control of right now, is again like ideas, right? The ideas that you have on how to generate, income, abundance, opportunities, right? It's like you're good with that, right? That's all good. But it's this other thing, right? This other thing that you are, I want to say suppressing. There's something here that you could be suppressing, okay? And look, maybe you're not completely aware of what this is, right? Maybe again, it's Aries season. Something's gonna happen where potentially this is gonna be highlighted to you. Okay, where it's gonna be a little bit hard to ignore here. Yeah, it's like it's gonna be pretty hard not to see here, right? Like the way that maybe you've been a little bit too strategic in situations. There is I'm gonna say, like, once you get stuck into it, Sag, right, there will be like a rapid change for you as well. Okay, but it's at the moment it's like this is an area that you've been avoiding working on, right? Like you've been avoiding working on why these imbalances or why certain things happen. And like it could be that, you know, you have an inability maybe to control or take control of your emotions or something, right? There's something here that you're not quite mastering, right? You're not quite mastering. It gets you very in your head, and I feel like it's something to do with the past here, right? There's something to do with, yeah, big time, right? There's a past situation which you could always kind of have like in the back of your mind that puts you on guard with that Seven of Wands, right? It's just like, oh yeah, but like, you know, that thing that happened to me back then, right? It's again, it's what's needs here. This is what is needing healing, right? Spirit are like, you know, you've got tools, abilities, ideas, right? You know exactly what you need to do in order to be able to make this shift, right? And to again manifest moving forward, okay, in the direction of something that you want, right? Growth, expansion, okay? Your wishes coming in, positive experiences, right? So you can leave behind that that pessimism when it comes to connections. All right, Saji, that's what I got for you, babies. That is what you guys need to focus on, right? What's going to be happening, right, for your Aries season fire signs. I love you guys. I may be back on a little bit later today. I've got something I need to. I've got an appointment I need to get to first. If I get back at a decent time, then I will probably run a speak English, Carrie. I'll probably run a live personal reads, right, on another stream. So but yeah, I'm not making any promises. I've just got to do what I got to do, right? So but thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you for all your comments, likes, shares, subscribes, all that juicy jazz. Hopefully I do see you guys about an hour and a half max, right? One can only hope, right? But we'll see how we go. If not, it's tomorrow's Friday. Yeah, if not, it'll be tomorrow when I'm back on. Because then yeah, I won't be available Saturday either. So anyways, I love you guys so much. If this is where we depart today from each other, then I hope you guys have an amazing evening over there on the other side of the world. If you're my side, hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you guys soon, right? Mwah. Love you, babies. Bye.